Hey guys, Future Dwight here. I realized afterwards that I yapped for about 35, 40 minutes here. If you do not want to listen to any of this, just tune in to the stream that I announce where I'm going to go over all of this again live. So if you do not have time to watch this right now, I will be going over it tonight about 5 p.m. Pacific time. Tune into the stream and you can skip this video, okay? I love you. Thank you very much. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Mongoose Coast video. This is going to be a shorter video because it's sort of an announcement as well for my stream tonight. I'm going to be live about 5 to 5:30 Pacific time. That should be about like 5-6 hours from when this comes out. You could do the calculations yourself. I wanted to bring up some stuff, okay? Because we're in the middle of development for moving to 120.6, but now we're coming across some other issues that are rearing their heads. That's going to probably throw a wrench into the system, okay? So a couple of things. I want to start off. I want to give a huge shout out again to Bruce and Kearney. They're both my admirals is what we're calling them now, but they're game moderators. Bruce has been invaluable support when it comes to working on the server, solving problems, and fixing just tech issues across the board when it comes to plugins. And then updating his own. Morefish has gone through a numerous amount of iterations, just even coming into this map, and it's working great, and he's helped off with a bunch of other stuff, including our new shop tab here, which has a new section in here called Repair. I'll get into that in a little bit. But outside of him, Kearney has been doing a great job on updating the mod pack, which is what I'm using here, and providing support for all of that stuff, which we now have a sort inventory button, which will be part of the repair section that I'm going to be talking about here, which is very important. Please stay tuned for that bit. A couple of other things that I just want to make clear on the server is that there is a way to lock chests. Let me go to a new area here. Okay, I'm over here at Mongoose Landing. I just want to reiterate that there is a /lock command. So you can lock any amount of individual items. A lot of them, it can really be anything that you have access to, anything that can hold an item or can be changed or anything of that nature. So obviously you can /lock. That's all you got to do is just type /lock. All right. And then you punch the item that you want to lock. Okay, so I just locked this chest. This chest is now private to me and me only. All right, so you can do press up on your D-pad on your or your arrow keys or whatever on the keyboard. A D-pad. Who calls a D-pad on a keyboard? Whatever. And it'll just auto do it. So T up, enter. All right, that's all you got to do, and you can lock multiple things pretty fast. You can also lock furnaces, like you just saw me do. You can also lock brewing stands. You can lock item frames. I think you can lock signs as well. You can lock doors. So if you want to lock your door, basically anything that can be interacted with or messed with or whatever, you can /lock. Okay, please do this. People are forgetting to do this. They think that they're I'm in my home. No one knows where this is at. Whatever. It's just unlikely. All right, we have a lot of people that are playing on the server. And there's going to be a lot of people that are moving around, and they'll just come across things, and you never know when something might get pulled out. So if you're putting something valuable into a chest, you should /lock it. I feel like we typically don't have to do these sort of PSAs normally because our server is so small, but this one has reached a brand new audience. Okay, YouTube decided to push my intro video out to a bunch of new people, and they're all right, just got my pocket money. And so it's it's important that you guys know that you can lock your various things. Now, say you're working with a bunch of people, like say you got a group of friends or something, and you don't want to have to like add them as users on each one of their chests because they won't be able to open your chests. You can add people. Say I want to add my wife that I explicitly trust across all of my items. I do not mind if she opens them or anything. You can do /bolt. I think it's trust, add player, and then the person's name. Okay? So it's this command. So Leanne's in-game name is C Leanne. So I can do bolt trust add player and then their name. And when I do that, she will now have access to every chest that I lock. Okay. From here on, like previous chests that I've locked, new chests that I lock, new furnaces I lock, new brewing stands, whatever, she will have access to all of those accessible or moved items or whatever. I never have to touch it again. Everything I lock, she'll be able to add. And if she does the same, I'll be able to access to all of her /locked items as well. That's a very simple way of just adding like a group of friends to have access to your things, but still keep out bad actors like this man who stole someone's what was that, gravel block. I don't think that belongs to you, sir. I'm not gonna mess with him because it's gonna be very loud. So again, lock your things, okay? You know, you don't want to just leave these open. What else? Let's move on to the new deconstructing thing that's on the server. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, there is a new way of breaking down your items into essence, and that essence can be used to buy repair notes in the shop. So if you do /shop, as I you know, I know how to speak. Listen, I've done whatever. It doesn't matter. Repair. All right. You do /shop. You get into the repair section here, and you'll see a couple of repair notes here that have different rarities attached to them. So you can see this green one here is for uncommon essence. So you can trade 6 uncommon essence for one of these repair notes that will repair your items a flat 20%. And this can be used on any item. So even vanilla items, if you have a vanilla tool that you want to repair, some people have made some pretty insane vanilla pickaxes and other tools and stuff like that, which is, you know, fine. You can use these repair notes to fix those as well. So how do you get the uncommon essence or the rare essence for this one, or the unique essence, which I do not suggest you do that, or the legendary essence, or more commonly, you're going to get the common essence, is that you need to buy these things called deconstructors. They're pretty cheap. They're only about $250 each, and they're one-time use, okay? So when you buy these, and click on this, let's say we want to buy, how many spaces we got in here? Oh, let's just buy like 3, okay? It's going to cost me 75 or $750 there, or doubloons. Confirm purchase. Okay. And now we have these new deconstructors, which do not have the new lore on them. I need to actually fix that or tell Bruce. So, they should have this new lore that's on it. I just added this. You can see in my chat here. I was just adding it because Saj brought it up to me that we should just add this warning onto the actual item itself. So this will come soon. It may not be there by the time this video gets out, because Bruce is the one that set up the shop, like I said earlier. So I might have him look into it, and he'll be at work. So anyways, I'm telling you now, in this video, there is a warning with these, okay? The deconstructor, the way that they work, it's super handy. You just click on the item, or click on the deconstructor, and then you click on top of the item that you want to deconstruct. So I have this Hat of the Barnacle here, which is a rare. I will click on it, and unfortunately, I got common essence out of it, okay? Every rarity will have a certain essence tied to it. Legendary has the possibility of getting legendary. Rare has the possibility of legend or rare. And they also have the higher potential of getting just common. So you'll break down a rare, you'll get a common essence. But I think it's like a 30% chance of getting a rare essence, okay? And then that's how you get the essences to trade up. In fact, I may tweak the percentages a little bit so it's a little bit more common to get the actual rarity, because I broke down like 20 uniques before I got a unique essence, but sometimes you get it on the first go, okay? So that's how you get those things, and you use this to purchase the repair note of the same rarities. So this is a common essence. You can buy this one. So for 10, you get 10 common essence. You can buy a 10% repair note. Okay. So just because you broke down a legendary doesn't mean that you're guaranteed legendary essence. It can either be the rarity or common. Okay, that's the two that it can be for any of them. However, if you were using the mod pack, if you were using Kearney's mod pack, he just recently, in the last update, 1.1 I think is what it is, added a way to sort your inventory, which is so good. Okay, you just click this little Z button right here, and it defaults to the creative menu like sorting system, right? It's great. It's such a huge help for fixing chests and everything like that. However, the way that this works on vanilla servers, it probably works different on modded servers, but for vanilla servers, the way that it works, the back end of this, is that it's basically using mouse clicks, okay? Just consider your mouse is like going back and forth and just like moving stuff around in a split of a second, right? Because that's how it works in vanilla. That's the interaction on the back end. I'm assuming. We're just all assuming, but that makes sense, right? There's nothing else in Minecraft where the interaction is where you click on an item and you move it over to something that it doesn't just replace the item like this. See, like how you can move stuff around and just click on it and it'll replace the part that it's in, right? However, the way that these deconstructors and the repair notes, by the way, work is that you click on the thing and then you click on the other item that you want to break down, okay? So if you use the auto sort thing, so let me drop my one common essence. I have no essences in my inventory, right? If I click the auto sort, see right there? I just lost my super rod and a pair of cuffed hive boots. All right? I got a legendary essence out of the super rod at least, which is bonkers. But you can see that my inventory is now kind of partially sorted. Not really. So, well, hold on, let me resort again. And then it's fine, right? I've tried. There you go again. I'm losing rare items in front of your eyes. Okay, so you can see what's happening here, right? It's moving. It used all the deconstructors. So I bet if I add these ones in, yeah, it just see you can see what's happening. I've lost 4 legendaries here because I used the auto sort thing. Now, it is only limited. As far as we can tell, I've done a bunch of other tests. It does not affect your hotbar at all. Every item that's on your hotbar does not affect your equipped items. It does not affect. And things inside of chests are not affected because you cannot use deconstructors inside of chests. Okay? You can't go inside of a chest and then use this and then click on the items in the chest or whatever. It has to be in this 3x9 or is it 9 or 10, whatever, how many, it's in this part of your inventory. It's in this section. Okay. Please be careful. All right. If you were deconstructing a ton of items, put all of your items that you care about away and don't, maybe just don't use the auto sort inventory while you have deconstructors. Just flat out, just do not do that. Okay. There is no way for me to track this on the server side, the interaction of deconstructing items. So if you were deconstructing items and you accidentally deconstruct something that you didn't want to, there is no way that we can replace it. All right. There's nothing I can do. And there's unfortunately no way to prove that you didn't just do it on purpose and you didn't get the essence you wanted. So you want to get it back. There's no way to do it. So this is your guys' warning right now that, do not use the auto sort thing if you have deconstructors in your inventory and items that you care about. Okay. If you don't care about any of the items, by all means, go for it. Just, keep mashing it if you want, but if you have items in there that you care about, like, man, it almost got rid of all of my, legendaries in here. Like say I want to keep my super rod. I think this actually is one of the better ones I have because it has lore 6 on it. It would have been so sad to lose the super rod, to something like that. So please be wary. Please be careful. Do not use the deconstructor while it's in your inventory and with the auto sort function. It's just, it's dangerous. Okay. So please be careful. Do not do that. Thank you. So the next topic I want to talk about is that we do have a rule book. Okay. We do have a rule book. If you do /rules in the game, it's going to give you a link to our Discord and then tell you to where to look for the rules. All right, it's under the how-to guide. That how-to guide will also teach you how to do everything on the server, including commands and locations of stuff, all that, whatever. But we now have a full-on written-out rule set, which we haven't had to do in probably half a decade. We haven't had to actually tell people explicitly the rules because we've always had a very tight-knit community, and if a bad actor comes in, we just remove them, and then that's it, and then we just keep good people. But however, there is some, like I said, new people coming in this season, and I want you to know that there is a rule set, a rule book, or whatever that tells you all the basics of being on a server. I guess modern day servers, people are not telling people this. I'm old school. A lot of the rules that I'm familiar with about just being nice to people on servers and not invade people's spaces or their stuff, their items, is kind of loosey-goosey on other servers, okay? And it's not considered like a big faux pas. Unfortunately, that's not how we run things here. I say unfortunately. I honestly think that's fortunate. Fortunately, that is not how we run things here, all right? We very much run on the treat others the way you want to be treated. Everybody is friendly with everybody, so it's like it's fine to even just ask for permission for stuff. Or like say you found like a really cool build or whatever and you want to be a part of it, just kindly ask them. More than like 99% of the time, I'd say 99.99999% of the time, people are gonna be like, yes, please come build with me. Like my own island. Samurai built like a little dock or whatever, and it's because I asked for help. I wanted people to come by. I just don't want people to be doing that without asking for permission, or like if you're in someone else's zone or whatever. Just respect people's space. There's other things too that are kind of carryovers from kind of like old school server days where like resources were really, really tough to come by. So having just one person on the server who isn't actually playing or whatever, doing using like an anti-AFK machine or creating a ton of entities. These things lower performance, they lower resources and stuff like that. And really, it doesn't do anything positive for the server. It's only doing things positive for you. So it's a really selfish move to do these sorts of things. So please just, don't do that. It's if you get caught doing it, you'll get a warning, and that's going to be it. Okay. Same thing with griefing. However, we do have a 0 tolerance griefing rule. If it's something that seems kind of innocent and the owner of whoever's thing that was griefed is okay with just giving them a warning, we'll do it that way. However, if it obviously seems malicious and a purposeful attack on someone, we will block your IP from the server and we will roll back your character, and it'll be like you've never been on the server. Like, we monitor everything that everybody does on the server. What chests they open, like just looking into a chest, we'll know that you've done it. If you've moved any items inside of a chest, if you've taken any items, we could do an extensive amount of things. I'm like just down to like if someone like breaks a flower and places it back down, we'll know that someone has done that. So don't think you're being slick. We'll see the information. We can prove it. So just be nice. That's really what this is. The server is literally just a nice spot for people to join on a multiplayer server and play Minecraft and just have a good time with people. All right. I'm trying to put on a service for the community. So I don't know. It's just, I don't feel like I need to say this, but this season I kind of feel like I do. So anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is the update to 120.6, or even the possibility of updating to 1.21, because that is coming out in like 2.5 weeks, something like that. June 11th or June 16th, something like that. I want to bring the question to you guys, okay? Paper has finally released their stable build of 120.6, so Bruce and I have already started development on if we can get things working right now. As of this moment, something just fell in my office. Maybe it's haunted. As of this moment, half of our plugins do not work. It is a bad site right now. Nothing is working. More than like half of the features on the server are broken. So as of right now, we can't move on. Okay, that's going to change over the next couple of weeks, right? However, there is another thing that is major, is that the pirate world, right here, if you go into the pirate world, this is the world that, it's nighttime here, morning. Let me fly to a bit of land here. This is the one that has the custom generation. All right. It has crazy beaches and islands, and the land has like big trees and all of that stuff. I think I chose literally the wrong direction to go in. There we go. It has a bunch of cool generation in it, right? This is also the one that has a little bit of the problems where it's like has like the water blocks from the sugarcane or seaweed, I think it is. Yeah, seaweed. Don't know why. Tall seagrass. Don't know why this happened, but it did, and I couldn't figure it out, and I spent the majority of our development trying to fix this world. This world is in danger, okay? This is not something that I bring up lightly because I love this world, and I know that a lot of you guys also love building in this world, and a lot of you have already spent a lot of time in this world, okay? There's a lot of really cool stuff in here and a lot of cool environments to work with, and you can really plop down anywhere and find just a cool little grotto or a cool little bit of forest line or beach or an island or something like that to build on. Like, even in my personal game, I am in this world working on a build that I would like to be proud of. However, this world, like I said, is in danger. The developers that made this plugin are, just by technical means, not big on changing versions, okay? The way that this whole thing works is that you build the world and you live with it, and that's what it is. It just stays that way, right? Typically not a big deal for like a themed server or something like that, you know, where you just stay on one version. However, we are an SMP server, and I like to move on or move up to newer versions because I always want us to be on the newest version as new as we possibly can be, right? While still maintaining our vanilla plus features that we all like, you know, like our custom items. Not this one. I don't know where this one came from. I didn't make it. At least I don't remember making it. But I don't think I made that one. You know, our custom items and stuff like that and all the cool interactions that they have. A lot of that stuff comes from plugins. And if those plugins don't get updated, much like our MMO items ones does, where it gives us these really cool custom items. Where am I getting nausea from? Is it from something on the ground here? Whatever. Those plugins need to be updated to the newest version, and if they don't, they will break and their functions will no longer work, right? So 2 of our biggest plugins on this server, the World Gen mod, which gives us this pirate world. This world unfortunately does not work without that plugin, by the way. It does not work like normal worlds, where normal Minecraft worlds where they have like a set folder and everything's just set in stone. This one has a bunch of folders, a bunch of files, a bunch of things that it all runs at a time to give passive mobs that spawn at certain intervals, at certain distances and everything like that. I think it handles like spawning for stuff that's down below as well, not just passive animals. A bunch of things, the weather, all of that stuff, right? We need the plugin for this world to even load. That plugin does not like version changes. They tell you this explicitly when you buy it. You're not even recommended to update the plugin even when new updates come out. So their next version, it has the potential of breaking all of the old worlds. In fact, I don't even know if it's a potential. It almost seemed guaranteed when I was talking to the developers, okay? That they said that it's probably going to break every old world, as in they will no longer load. However, with this newest version that they've been working on for a very long time, it's going to include a feature where worlds will finally be able to update. So after this world, we should be good. Hey, what's this? Oh, someone's actual home. Who is this? Gatsu. Oh, it's Bearded's place. I like it. He's got some scaffolding up. Must have been working on his roof. This place looks great. I love it. Good job, man. Keep going. So yeah, we just randomly came across someone's place. So yeah, it is a problem, okay, for people like Bearded here who have been working on a really nice place or whatever. If we move to 120.6 or even 1.21, this world might go away. It might not work anymore. Or we're going to be waiting a very long time for that plugin to be updated for it to work. The same, unfortunately, goes for the people that make MMO items. They make like 6 different like MMO style plugins, and none of them have been actually updated for over a year. Or almost a year. I think we're like the latest public version of this plugin came out in June for 1.20, right? We're currently running a dev build that they put out because that's all they're putting out is just developer builds. They're not putting out public stable builds. We are using a dev build right now for this stuff, which is why some things like you'll notice that some items have these gem sockets in them. Like the Devil's Bane has 2 red gem sockets. That feature doesn't even work right now. But it'll work the same way like the Deconstructor. You'll get a gemstone, you click on it, and then you click on the item and it sockets it in there, right? Eventually, when it does work. But it doesn't work right now. But we have, the functions built in, or at least the option built in right now. So that plugin is also another one that the development cycle might take a while for it to work. I don't think it's going to take as long as the Iris world gen. That's what made this world is a plugin that's called Iris. But I did have a long conversation with one of the developers, and they said that basically this next version that's coming out should, or rather will include a way for worlds to update through versions. Unfortunately, we're using the old version, which does not have that feature and is more than likely going to break. Okay, I want to tell you guys this now, even though this video is a little bit longer than I need it to be. I just really want to drive home the fact that like we are looking into things. We are trying to get things to work, and I want to give you guys the warning now, okay, that this world may cease to exist. It will not just cease to exist out of nowhere. I am obviously going to give you guys plenty of leeway, plenty of time. I'm on Discord. That was me. Do not look at your Discord. That was not your Discord sound. That was me. Okay? I'm so sorry, but I don't want you to... Hold on. Can I... There we go. Okay, I'm in streamer mode now. Okay, the sound will no longer be there. I'm so sorry. I hate it when that happens, and then you go into check, and you're like, oh, no one messaged me. So, I'm telling you now, okay? This does not apply to the vanilla world, okay? The regular spawn world here, because slash spawn will bring you to the main world here. That does not apply to the regular vanilla world. This one will continue to exist, no problem, through updates. It's not a big deal. And my game crashed on the way over here. I don't know why, but, that's what happens sometimes with a modded client. But this main world that just has regular old vanilla generation on it will be fine. Okay, this map will continue through updates and everything like that. This is just Minecraft, right? Had we just stuck with vanilla worlds, it would have been fine. Honestly, the generation's not so bad. It's just I really wanted to help kind of give people more options and give them the ability to like go to a place that's a little bit more dense, that has a little bit of more custom trees and stuff like that, even though there is no leaf decay, just FYI, on the pirate world. The server would lag a ton if it did. But I really like the world gen stuff, but so it's now kind of biting us in the butt, trying to add all these extra features and stuff like that. We either are stuck with 120.4, which is not ideal, You know, I think we'd all live with it, you know, but it's not ideal. And if we can't get everything that we want to work on the new version, we're going to stay with 120.4 until this map is done in however many months people decide on it. You know, when I start seeing people no longer playing for, you know, a month at a time, that's when I think a reset will come. I'm probably not going to wait a full year like I typically do. So when you guys stop playing, that's probably, or start complaining, either way, we can move on, you know. Or if like in the back end, Bruce and I are working on the new update, but we're like, these are the stipulations where the map will no longer work or whatever, that we do need to start completely fresh, then we can hold it to a vote and then we can move on. Okay. Because I'm not trying to do major stuff on the server now that it's live without your guys' opinion, which is what this whole video is about. Okay. I want your opinion. I want your votes. I want to hear your thoughts. Okay. Which again means I'm going to be live tonight. I want to have a live conversation about it. If you can show up, if not, please just leave a comment in this video and we could talk about it. Okay. So anyways, Saj brought up a great idea to kind of get around this issue, is that maybe we treat the pirate world as somewhat of a micro season inside of this map. Okay. So that world is up on the butcher block, basically, maybe every couple of months. And maybe that can help facilitate us to do like kind of bigger builds together instead of a bunch of builds solo. You know, maybe it'll give people the opportunity. Is like, okay, let's get a team of like 10 people and we can work on a build together within that short amount of time. Right. So I love these floating islands. I just keep looking at them. I keep thinking they're so cool. In fact, like, I should just like, ooh, man, look at that. Yeah, we'll just, what is it? F2? Little screenshot action. So cool. Just with like the shaders and stuff like that. So I thought that was actually kind of a cool idea. All right. Because if we do like micro seasons or micro, what did I call it? Yeah, micro seasons. In the pirate world, then there is no risk for us, where there's nothing holding us back from being able to update things sooner. And then we just wipe that world and replace it with a new one. Okay. So what does that mean for you guys? How do you handle that? Basically, you're going to need to create a headquarters here in the main world. So you need to come over here, create a house, warehouse, whatever you want to call it. And this is odd. Huh. That's crazy. And you need to come over to this world and make a base, a headquarters or something in the main world. And that's where you're going to store all your main items, all your stuff like that. And you would only use like the waypoints or whatever to bring over things that you care about for building and everything in the pirate world. So the pirate world then becomes like a themed world where we have like really cool builds or whatever, but it gets wiped out, right? I think that's a cool idea, but again, that is something that I needed to tell you guys as soon as possible, because I know a lot of you are working really hard in that world and probably don't want to do that for naught. And then all of a sudden, like we're all voting and that world gets taken out, you know? So I encourage you, if you are only building on the pirate world, to maybe start up a new build on the main world. And I'll come up with like a kit or whatever to give you guys another waystone for free. And that way you guys can do /kit and then get another waystone for free. That way you can go between your two builds much easier. That way, you know, you can have /home on one and then like, you know, use waypoint to get back and forth. So anyways, yeah, that's I think what we're thinking about right now. It's not set in stone because I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to talk about it tonight. Okay, I'm going to go over everything in this video again at the beginning of the stream for people that didn't see the video. The other thing too that is may not working or is definitely not working with the new versions and probably won't is the clan plugin. This plugin is made by a developer who hasn't updated it and is a person that's going to school, so he doesn't have time to. This one's not going to work either. But it doesn't matter because no features have been added in, and you can see that everybody is still level 1. And that there is no, outside of our test Mongoose one, which is level 6, there is no hierarchy to this. Everybody is number 2 right now behind me. So we haven't added in those features. We added in the ability to get the experience, but the quest plugin that we wanted to use so you guys can get experience for your clans wasn't working either. So it was just like, we'll fix that in the future patch because we don't need that to play Minecraft right now. Okay, that was just like a fun little extra feature that isn't paramount to the server. We will still have something like that in the future, so clans are probably going to go away too. All right, just want to let you guys know, but nothing has happened from that yet. Literally, no one knows if you're in a clan or not right now. So unless you open up that window that I just did, so just so you know. What other thing? Do we wait for 1.21? Do we just write out this map on this version right now, and we just wait for 1.21 to be stable, which is probably going to be in a couple of months anyways. I don't know if all of our plugins will be able to work at that point, but that's kind of like the safe option right now. That's our backup right now. We just roll with this until we can get to 1.21, and then a brand new map. Everybody keeps their ranks. Okay, I'm not going to get rid of ranks. And then we just brand new map at that time. Okay, maybe we move away from the custom gen so we don't have this issue in the future. Maybe we keep it and do the micro season thing. I don't know. I really want to know your guys' thoughts. This is how I work things through in my own brain, where I'm just thinking about everything. So this is the only person that came on. What up? So I want to know your guys' thoughts. All right, we're gonna talk about it tonight. Please show up to the stream 5:30 p.m. Probably maybe 5 p.m. Probably gonna be 5 p.m. honestly. At this point, that's probably gonna be about 5 hours or so after this video's done. It's just us. Well, I'm filming, so say hello to YouTube. Anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Vicar, VCR, I don't know how you say your name. Maybe if you're watching the video, you can tell everybody down below. Says hello. Say hello back. It's only polite. And anyways, I will catch you guys later. Hopefully tonight at the stream. If not, I'll see you on server Saturday. Early morning, 10 a.m. streams. Play Minecraft. Play for about 2-3 hours for server Saturday. Then a little bit longer if I'm still feeling feisty from Minecraft. And yeah, thank you again. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Bye-bye. Mwah.